Ohtani dispensed fear into rival pitchers, forcing many to walk him to first base. Finishing the season, Ohtani led the American League in intentional walks with 20, the most by an American League player since his teammate Trout in 2018. He ended the season as runner-up in home runs with 46 and became the first player in MLB history to have at least 45 homers, 25 stolen bases, 100 RBIs, 100 runs, and 8 triples in a season. Showtime had arrived and was here to stay. His groundbreaking season led to unanimously receiving the most votes for the American League's most valuable player. But the awards and honors had only just begun. He made the list of Time 100's most influential people, won the Silver Slugger Award, Sporting News Athlete of the Year, Baseball Digest's Player of the Year, the Players' Choice Player of the Year Award, and the American League's Outstanding Player Award. Humble as he is, Ohtani rejected a national honor, the People's Honor Award, from the Prime Minister of Japan, stating it was still too early for such an accolade. Ohtani's number, along with the colors of his jersey, shone brightly in Tokyo, lighting up one of their famous landmarks. Ohtani's 2021 season will go down in history as one of the greatest and most influential seasons by a sportsman or woman in any discipline. March 2022. Now a significant influence in Major League Baseball, his existence was about to alter the rules of the sport. The rule change looked to incentivize teams to invest more in two-way players. Dubbed the Ohtani Rule, any pitcher who is also the designated hitter can remain in the batting lineup after being taken off the mound. He resumed where he'd left off, establishing new milestones at the pinnacle of the sport. On opening day, he became the first in Major League Baseball history to start as a pitcher and leadoff hitter. He was fast becoming the most influential Japanese-born player the league has ever witnessed. In only his 5th season, he slugged his first Grand Slam, surpassing the prodigious talent Ichiro Suzuki with the most multi-homer games. Increasingly being mentioned in the same breath as Babe Ruth, Ohtani joined him as the only other pitcher in history to reach at least 100 home runs with 250 strikeouts. In a single game, where he set a career high in strikeouts and rose to second on the list of most home runs by a Japanese player, he also joined an exclusive 2-person club. Ohtani mimicked Babe's once-in-a-lifetime accomplishment of 10 wins on the mound with at least 10 homers, a record that was set over 100 years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's an honor here to present some of my trophies. I got about 1/3 of them here, and I wish you could see them all. I have one in my lap here for 1921. That's just 25 years ago, or will be pretty soon. I'll show you how it fits. It was made for my head, but I guess my head's got a little larger then. And this is the bat, the exact weight, and the exact length, and everything that goes with it. I'm proud of that bat because it represents the bat I hit my 60 home runs with.
For his 2nd year in a row, Ohtani received enough votes from fans to start as both the starting designated hitter and as a pitcher. However, prioritizing the importance of his performance in the regular season, he refused to pitch.
ボール球を見逃す、毎回言ってますけど、シンプルですけど、そこは毎年クオリティを高くしていきたいなと思っているところなので、今年の中でももっともっと上げていきたいなと思ってます。打者として出るので、ホームラン狙ってしっかりスイングしたいなと思います。今現時点で感じてるのはフィジカルでしかないかなと思いますね。やっぱり自分が思ってる通りに腕が振れてるか、体が動かせるかによってやっぱりコマンド力も変わってくるので、それができていることによって、より、ゾーンだったりコーナーで勝負する場面っていうのが増えるかなと思います。
October 2022. It wasn't just on-field records that were being broken. Off it, the Los Angeles Angels signed their phenomenon for a further year in a deal worth $30 million. The new record gave Ohtani the single largest salary raise of any arbitration-eligible player. He pocketed over $24 million more than his $5.5 million salary for 2022, a fee that finally echoes the impact he continues to make. 2023. It is hard to imagine the cultural significance the Japanese national team has on its country. The 2023 team is widely considered the greatest in its entire history, headed by none other than Shohei Ohtani. Over 36 million fans tuned in to watch an exhibition game in the lead-up to the 2023 World Baseball Classic. Shohei himself gained 2 million followers in a month during that period. In Japan, the World Classic craze reached epic proportions, with an average of 40% of the entire country viewing every game. On Japanese broadcasts, their match versus South Korea was observed by over 55 million people. Japan's quarterfinal game against Italy drew in over 62.5 million viewers, surpassing the most watched Major League Baseball World Series by nearly 8 million. Beating Mexico in the semifinals set up a mouth-watering fixture against the United States. This would be the most viewed baseball game of all time. With a 3-2 lead to Japan in the 8th inning, Ohtani warmed up to close in what would be the optimal and most fitting ending to any baseball game. After a double play, Ohtani faced his 5-year-long Angels teammate Mike Trout deep into the 9th. Captain versus captain.
Impossible theater. The regal excellence of Japan, the overwhelming talent of the United States. And in a one-run game with 2 gone in the 9th inning, the dream matchup. Ohtani, Trout. 3-2. He struck him out! Ohtani strikes out Trout, and Japan's back on top of the baseball world.
Ohtani's pitch went down in history as Japan became only the second team to remain unbeaten throughout the tournament. The win sealed a hero's welcome as they returned to their homeland. Off the back of being named MVP for his exploits in the World Baseball Classic, he persisted in his pursuit of perfection. Ohtani threw his 502nd career strikeout, overtaking the man he was being critically compared to, Babe Ruth, on the all-time career strikeout list. By June, he was leading the home run list, and not a month later, he smashed the furthest home run of his career, a 493-foot homer that remained the record for 2023. Now a household name in the sport, his following from fans secured his place on the All-Star roster after receiving the most votes in the first phase of the American League ballot, with 2,646,307 votes, a measure of his immense influence in the league. In August, his power and precision earned Ohtani the second Grand Slam of his career and 43rd of the season. However, his recurring arm fatigue would later be diagnosed as a collateral ligament tear in his right elbow. The serious injury ruled him out of pitching for the rest of the season and put in doubt any return to the mound until 2025. September 2023. Ohtani finished the season as a spectator, having undergone surgery. Despite finishing the season